as you know, last Friday we lost a rock and roll legend in Bogotá, Colombia, and we wanted to pay our respects, so today we're doing My Hero by the Foo Fighters. Printable tabs for this tutorial by becoming a Patreon, and all our other lessons, you'll see links in the notes as well as the description to this lesson. You'll also see our other social networks there and my email if you want some one-on-one lessons. With new ukulele every Wednesday and Saturday, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and never miss a lesson. So this song has like 3 or 4 guitars, open E strings, all these things that are very guitar specific, and we did the best we could to get it on the ukulele. It's going to be a little challenging, but a lot of fun. Let's do it. Grab the ukulele brain attention span, follow me on in, and let's break it down.
Of all the pieces of this song, this one was the hardest for me to arrange for sure. What we're going to do is we're going to get to the 3rd fret of our C string, E flat note. We're going to play it with the open E. Now here you can either slide after that to the 4 or bend a half step to the 4. Essentially you're playing an E flat and an E, and then an E and an E, then an E flat and an E, and then a B and an E. So basically the first part's 3, 4, 3, 4. If you have a low G here, it would sound amazing. And the whole time we're doing that, we're also playing it against the E string. Now, the guitar has this open E at the bottom of it that makes this really, really easy to play. Okay, so after we do that, we got there. We have the 3 in the open E, bending into it or sliding into it if you're not much for bends. Back to the 3, and then 4th fret here. Again, low G sounds great with the open E. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go up, down, down. He is getting an extra up in there, but that makes the transition back to the lick quite a bit harder. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or and 2 and 4. So after you play this part, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 4, you'll play the 1, 2, 3, 4 again. But this time the strumming is different. You're going to go and 2 and 3 and. Then we get the rock and roll slide, where you're going to come up here to the 12th fret, 10th fret, anywhere you want high on the E string. You're going to pluck and slide down. When you do that, you're also going to make this E5 and you're going to strum up on it, and then you're going to land down. When you land down there, that's the start of the verse, and we'll get to that in a second, okay? But that little up is part of it, so you get just the second half of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, up, rock and roll slide, make the E5 up, and then you're into the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 into the verse, which we're going to break down a little more up to speed before we break the verse down. All right, and then we're into the verse. Okay, so let's talk about the harmony of the verse. The most important chord is this E chord, but it's actually an E5 rock and roll chord, and it's going to be 4, 4, open E, index on the 2nd fret. Now, he then goes from there to a C sharp power chord, which looks like this. 6th fret, muting the C string, 4, 4. We're not going to play that chord. You could, if you wanted to get closer to the original recording, this is the chord that you would use. We're going to use this chord. This is a C sharp minor 7. And a power chord is a 2-note chord. So this is a C sharp power chord. It's not a triad because it only has 2 notes. Triad, 3 notes. If it were a triad, it would be the C sharp minor. We're just going to make it a C sharp minor 7 to be a little easier. That means we're using a little fuller harmony. Feel free, if you want to get it closer to the recording, to use this C sharp 5 chord. But we will be using the C sharp minor. Again, it's up to you. Use either one. This one's a little easier, but it's not exactly what they're playing, but it still is the harmony, right? This is exactly what they're playing, but they're playing a rock song with multiple guitars, distortion, and all this stuff. So we're going to tighten it up just a little bit and make it a little more ukulele friendly. The change is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is, it's cool. It's not changing on the 1. And by changing on the 4, we push the change forward a little bit, and it creates a little higher energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we need to add a strum pattern. And his strum pattern that he's actually strumming, referring to Dave, is very, very sparse. But he has loaded with distortion, another guitar player, bass and drum supporting him. So to make it a little more full, we need to add a couple more strums. So we're going to go. Which is a little closer to his acoustic version, actually. This is kind of a mix of me getting as close as I can to the electric, but when I couldn't do it exactly, borrowing from the acoustic version. So if we do this really, really slow, it's 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2. If we were to count it with downs and ups, it would be down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 4. And 2, and 3, and 4, and. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The song is 154 beats per minute, so it's moving pretty fast. Take that strum pattern super slow. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Really, really slow. Listen to the tune, strum with it, feel it out, and it's going to make it quite a bit easier. 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. You can, if you're more comfortable with strumming, kind of feel free to mix up what you're doing over the C sharp as well. Right? You can have some freedom there. or really listen to the groove, dial into it. That would help a lot too. There is a second guitar playing over this part, and they're playing this really cool riff. There is another guitar playing in the verse that you can play over that as well, and it's going to be on the 4th fret, and you're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and to the 3rd fret, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that is half the riff. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 keep that finger anchored on the 3rd fret, because you're going to play the 6th fret with your pinky on the first beat. You're going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So the second measure is going to go 6, 3, 3, 3, 6, 3, 3, 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Oops, I messed up there. Remember how the chord progression changed on the 4th beat? Same thing we got going with that riff, right? 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Now, I went through C sharp minor 7, and the C sharp power chord, just so you can hear all 3 of those. Feel free to use any of those 3 that you want. If you have a friend, playing this riff with them sounds very rock and roll. Sounds so cool when you put those 2 together. And that would be the verse. That's the entire verse. Then you get into the chorus. The there goes my hero, watch him as he goes. We're going to introduce a new chord here. A5, 2nd fret, 4th fret, open E, open A. E, A note, E note, E note, A note. Another power chord because we have just 2 notes. Okay? 1 and 2 and down, up, down, up. Octaves. This is going to be tricky. 3rd fret of the C string, pinky on the 6th fret. You're muting the E string with your index finger. So you're only going to hear these 2 strings, even if you strum through them. You also want that finger to make some contact with the G, so if you accidentally hit the G string, that doesn't voice either. Really slow, you get down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and octave 3, 6, E flat, E, down, up, 1 and 2 and up 2 frets to the F sharp, down, up, down, up. Down, up, 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 down, up. There goes my hero. We get back to the A5, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3rd fret again, 4th fret again, 1st fret. There goes my hero, watch him as he goes. Back to the E5. Get to the E5, down, up, 1 and 2 and 3. And I'm saying 3, but it's 3 and 6, just like the tabs. Down, up, 4, 6. It's hard. You could do power chords. Doesn't quite sound the same though. So then we go back to the E5, and then this time we jump up to the 6, 8, 3. So we go. So then that one would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If we put all that together, we get 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it happens 2 times. So let's play it again. Then we go into the riff. So cool. Boop, boop, beep, beep, boop, beep. So this riff starts on the 6th fret here. We're going to go 6, and that's a quarter note, 1. Then we're going to go into 8th notes, 6, down to 9 on the E string, 7 on the E string, back to the C string, but this time we're on 8, and then we finish on the 4th beat here with an A note, 5th fret of the E string. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Now technically he's playing a power chord. So if you wanted to, you can play E here and your ring finger on the 7th fret of the A string to get it just like Dave's playing. I don't necessarily know if that sounds better or not because it's pretty high. And that riff happens after the chorus. Then you go back into the verse after that.
And that's it, folks. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the lesson here at 10thumbspro.com. We definitely appreciate you learning with us. This one was a fun one to put together. Octaves, riffs, power chords, sliding, half steps, dissonance, 7, bending into the root, all kinds of cool stuff. It made it tricky to play, but a lot of fun to play. All right, until next time, keep on rocking and rolling. Have a lovely day. Life is good, friends. Take care, and I will catch you next Wednesday or Saturday for ukulele, Monday for guitar. Think about becoming a Patreon. It will accelerate your learning, and it's cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. Take care.